First, they had to navigate this crazy road with hundreds of hairpin turns. Then, they chewed coca leaves, a traditional method to handle the intense altitude. And after all that, they still had to face a brutal 21-kilometer hike to a summit with the very friendly name of the Pulpit of the Devil.
And this number really puts it all into perspective. 5,000 meters. That is over 16,000 feet up. We are talking about a seriously demanding physical challenge. So you can only imagine how incredible that reward must have felt when they finally got to the top.
So we have seen these amazing, extreme destinations, but what about the part in between? Well, that takes us to our third section, the thrill of the in-between. Because this trip is never about just hopping from one postcard spot to the next. The whole philosophy was that the real adventure is found on the road itself. They even had a name for it. They called it the surprise factor. And the idea is actually pretty simple, but it's so profound. You intentionally take the roads that aren't on the main tourist map, because those random, unmarked dirt roads, that's where the best stories are hiding.
And this is the perfect example of what that philosophy actually looks like. On one particular day on Route 60, it took them 9 hours to go just 151 kilometers. That's an average speed of less than 17 kilometers an hour. I mean, you could almost run faster. But that was the whole point. The goal wasn't to get there fast. It was to slow down and embrace whatever surprises the road had in store.
This quote from the travelers just sums it all up perfectly. You think it might be marked by the destinations, but in fact, it's remembered by the least expected surprises found throughout the in-between. It's such a powerful way to think about traveling, and maybe about life too, right?
And all of that, the landscapes, the journey, it leads us to our final and maybe the most important piece of the puzzle, unexpected hospitality. This is where the human connection comes in, and it's where those fear-based headlines are really put to the test. I mean, just look at this comparison. The perception, the one we've all heard from old news reports, is about danger and inaccessible areas. But the reality they found on the ground? It was camping safely in schoolyards. It was locals inviting them in for dinner. The difference isn't just small, it's like night and day. And this one story for me just captures everything. After a really difficult night, driving in the dark, they couldn't find a safe place to camp, so they ended up just pulling into a schoolyard. The next morning,